So here, we were given, Mary wants to buy a car, and then he visited a popular website. She finds the number of advertisements for the make of a car that she would like to buy. She summarized the selling price in thousands. So this thing here is in thousands. And then from here onwards, they say, write down what is going to be the value of A and B. Now, what did you say? How did you get A and B? Let's start with A. How would you get A? You said A. For you to get A, you said 14 minus. So you should remember this one. If you want to go from the cumulative back into the frequency, you subtract. Basically, if I want to get this value here, this 5 here, I'm going to say this one, subtract this one, it's going to give me this value. If I say this one, subtract this one, it's going to give me this one. But now if I go from this one to this one, I add. But if I want to go from here to here, I subtract. Going from here to here, we add. So if I wanted to get this one, I'm going to say 14 minus 7. And then what is going to be our A then? 7. But now, if I go from here, and then I want to go to the cumulative, I add. So I'm going to have 33 plus 12 is going to give us P. What did you get as P?
45.
45. But that was the first question. And then we're going to get 1 mark here, and then we're also going to get 1 there. The next question says, draw the cumulative frequency graph of the ogive with the grid provided. So how are we going to do that then? We're supposed to come up with the coordinates. What are going to be our coordinates? Our coordinate is going to be this one. And then it goes with this one again. Okay, you will give me the coordinates then. Then it means what you are going to say x wedge is 16. And then it goes with what? With 3. Okay, let's go and do this then. What do we have here? Again, here we have this one, we have x, it's 40. The first value is 14. And then after that, you have 45, 50, 55, and then it's 6 again. And after that, you have 65 and so on. Let's check this one here. This one is 0. If this one is 0, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, what is going to be each and every line here? It represents what?
2.
It's 2 again. So you have 2, and then you have 4. Okay, the first one, we have 60, which goes with 3 again. So 60 and 3, then this is 2 again. Then it's going to be in between them. What is the second one?
70 and 7.
It's 70, which goes with 7 again. Okay, this one here is 65, and then this one is 70 again. And then this is 4, this is 6 again. And then after that, you're going to have in between here. We're still fine again. What is the next one?
80 and 14.
80 and 14. This is 10 again. This is 2, 4. So if you go here and say this one here, it's 10. This is 2, 4. Are we fine? Okay, let's go to 90. 85, 90. 90 goes with 33. So you go to 30. Now the simplest thing for you to do is just to go 90. I get this one is 90. Go up 90, and then you say, okay, this one here is 30 here. Again, if this one is 30, this one is 32 again. What are you looking for? 33. You come and shade here. Okay, let's go to 100. This one is 95. Okay, I just have to come a little bit backwards here. And then we erase this one. Okay. 100. 100 goes with what?
45.
100 goes with 55. Okay, 100, 100, 100. Here, this is 40. Okay? 42, 44, and then this one here is what? It's 45. And then we have 110, 150. 110 goes with 15.
Yes.
This one is fine.
Yes.
Do we still have 120? We don't have 120. Okay, we connect our dots. Connect the dots, connect the dots, connect the dots, connect the dots. Sure. Now we're not done. Our graph should be grounded. So we should ground our graph. Let's not confuse a histogram. Let's not confuse the cumulative with a scatter plot. No? Scatter plot, you don't have to connect the dots unless you draw a line of best fit. So you don't have to connect the dots. You're just going to leave the dots exactly the way it is. So where are we going to ground our graph? Our graph is going to be grounded here at 50. Okay, let's go and ground our graph. This is 6. So here we're going to have what? Our grounding, which is going to be what? To be 5th. Okay. Almost all of us, we were able to get this one again. So what do they give us a mark of? Remember, they are going to give you a mark for the crowding. They give you a mark. What else they are going to give you a mark for? They're also going to give you a mark for the end point. Yes, why are they giving you a mark for the end point? I think now you have a tendency of putting an arrow in. Now you can't put an arrow here because this thing here, it starts and then it ends there. That's where it's supposed to end. So you're not going to put an arrow there. So I'm also going to give you a mark there. So you get another mark. And then we're also going to give you a mark for all the other dots there. And then you get your 2 marks. Now, this is the question that I spoke about. It's giving learners a problem. Mary wants to spend a maximum. Again, a maximum. Maximum is at most. Mary wants to spend a maximum of 95,000. So if Mary wants to spend a maximum of 95,000, you should ask yourself this: is it X or Y? That's what you should ask yourself. Is it X or Y? It's X. Again. Now, if you want to spend 95,000, it's a maximum. It's at most. That is going to be the last one. So I thought about this. Mary could want to spend an amount between 20,000 to 40,000. If it's in between, I will show you a question how to approach in between. How to approach Mary wants to spend above 95,000. Now, if they say Mary wants to spend a maximum of 90,000, here it's the English maximum. Maximum is the biggest value. So it means what Mary wants to spend anything, doesn't want to spend anything above 95,000. So he wants to spend 95,000 and below. Does that make sense? So I thought we should also look at synonyms. Synonyms of above. What are the synonyms of above? Below. What are the synonyms that we can get here? Above, below. Maximum. Yeah, maximum. And then minimum. Mary wants to spend a minimum of 95,000. If Mary wants to spend a minimum of 95,000, it's above 95,000. So those are the words that we should know. Words that are associated, I will use these words, these 3 words: above, below, and then in what? Within. And then within these words, when we're busy with within 1 standard deviation, below 1 standard deviation, and then within this 1 standard deviation. So how are we going to approach this question? The question is simple. When you just have to determine whether you're given F or you're given what? Y. That's the first thing. Identify what you are given F or you're given what? Y. No, what are we given? What is this 95 here? This 95 here, it's X. Since 95 is X, we're going to come and look for 95 here. I think this one is 85 here. This one is 90, and then this one here is what? It's 95. So we're going to tell them what this one here is 95. If this one here is 95, we're going to draw a straight line. And then clearly for us here, we can see the straight line. Okay? This thing here is a straight line. And then you're going to check which this thing here corresponds with what. You come and check, you come and check, you come and check. It corresponds with what? With 40. Okay? So we have 95, which goes with what? With 40. You have 95, which goes with what? With 40. Okay. So the number of cars, we get them from the cumulative. So because Mary wants to spend a maximum, if Mary wants to spend a maximum, Mary should spend anything less than 95,000. Okay? So if it's less, this is the question that I was talking about, it's below. So how are we going to get below? We're always going to say which below is going to be this number minus 0. If it's below, it's going to be 40 minus what? Minus 0. Are we always going to subtract 0? Yes, if it's below, if you see the word below, Mary wants to spend below, or Mary wants to spend a maximum of 95,000. Because what is the Y value? What is the smallest Y value that you can have? The smallest Y value that you can have here is going to be 50. I'm sure 51 is another no 0. So when you take the Y values and then you subtract them, then you're going to say 40 minus what? Minus 0. That makes sense there. Now, they could have said Mary wants to spend a... Where is above? Let's talk about above, okay? Guys, you will see most of the time when we do stats, we will try to make sure we spend more time on statistics, because statistics we should get our marks there. We need to make sure we don't lose any mark here. And then, as I said, the budget for us, if we can get around 15, then we should be fine. And then most of the time, they lose our marks when it comes to group data. The scatter plot, I think we are fine. The ungrouped data, okay, we need to work on it. Mara. This one here, it's the one which is giving us a challenge. Let's say they set maximum, okay? It's above. They wanted to spend above 95,000. So when a family was, okay, below maximum below. Okay? So below is this one here. You shade this part here. Above, you're going to shade this part here. Does it make sense? So if it's above, then this is what we're going to have. We're going to have this value here, which is 110, which goes with what? With 50. Okay? So how many, if you wanted to spend a minimum, again, a minimum, we say which a minimum, it means which you can spend 95 and above. So how many cars can you afford to buy? So you're going to take the last value and then you're going to subtract it with this one. So you say 50 minus 40 and then you're going to get what? 10. Where is this? What is it? It was correct. I'll see you know which was win.